Welcome back, everyone, to Pontos Fathom Hobbies. This is Season 11, Episode 4 of Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon. And we are playing through Chapter 13. Our current quest is Chapter 13. Our quest has to do with helping create at least 2 new places that are safe from the weirdness and gain at least 2 parts of the Last Haven status. So we've gained 1 part of Last Haven. In this round, we are going to continue our party to move down. We've also combated against this worm from the weirdness. We've just completed the first farmhold, and now we're going to go down and enter into 119, which is the derelict fleet. So we've got Bayor and Maggot in the game. I also want to, we got a paint through videos for these and other of our miniatures, like this Forlorn Knight that we encountered earlier in the season, in one of our last episodes. Just leaving them out on the board because we barely get to look at these. I'm going to take a couple experience points from both Maggot and from Bayor, and I will have them grab some cards from the advancement pool. So I will just go ahead and shuffle these up. Take the top 3 cards. Take a look at what we've got here. Ceremonial Dance, Simple Truth, De-escalation. I'll go ahead with this Ceremonial Dance. We'll grab that. We'll shuffle these back in. We'll also get couple additional cards here. 1, 2, 3. We've got the Glimpse of the Future, War Magic. I like War Magic. Let's try that one. Add that one to the core deck. Shuffle the rest back in. We'll do the same for Bayor. Bayor's combat cards first. Let's give him Staggering Strike. That looks amazing. Staggering Strike. Look at that one. That's huge. So we'll grab Staggering Strike. Put those back into the advancement pool. Just trying to plow through some of this extra experience that we've got. And lastly, we'll grab for Bayor the Brutal Threat. Brutal Threat. Okay, so we've got those there. Let's jump into our gameplay. We've moved down to the derelict fleet. First, a quick word from our sponsor. Pontos Fathom Hobbies is brought to you by the books that we produce. We've got a channel, Pontos Fathom Press, where we're putting out a number of podcasts. We've got those podcasts collected in a lecture series. You can go check out the bookstore link down below. The key one is Esoteric Dragon Mysteries, Decoding the Dragon Symbol and Myth in the Occult. We deep dive into the dragon and the Grail, which touches on the Pendragons, Alchemy and the Dragon with Tolkien and George R.R. Martin, Tiamat and the Dragon, Saturn and the Dragon and the Cross, even the Dragon and the UFO Mystery. We've also got our Catu Journals 6-volume set, Hermeticism of Hastur, Genealogy of Cthulhu. We've collected those as an omnibus edition. This is a must for any Lovecraft fan. Finally, we've got the Alchemy and Anthroposophy and the Dune Saga, a deep dive into Jungian alchemy and anthroposophical themes in Frank Herbert's classic work, and then Artificial Psychoanalysis of Desiring Machines. Go check out our bookstore in the link below. You can check out our Patreon, stay across all of our gameplay in A Song of Ice and Fire, our miniature painting, and our new miniature makeover series. And let's get back into the game. Thanks for watching. Okay, so continuing turn 4, we're in 119, the derelict fleet. Our mission is to find havens, to collect these last havens for the populations of Avalon. Derelict fleet says as follows: Arthur arrived on Avalon aboard 3 cogs laden with knights, soldiers, and settlers. As the conquest progressed, more and more ships came until this sheltered cove was awash with creaky hulls bound together by chains. Most of these ships have long since sunk into the sea, and and the lone fort guarding the fleet now presides over a rotten field of debris with solitary trees rising from the water. With a solitary tree rising from the water. The crown of this strange tree shimmers with runes of ancient magic. So the derelict fleet, there's a fort, and there is magic. So Abandoned Avalon requires Chapter 15, no. Last Haven, Part 3, no, we don't have that. So we can visit the old fort, we can swim to the tree, or we can comb through the debris. Let's go ahead and we will go to the old fort first. We'll visit the old fort. It says the fort is but an empty ruin. You notice someone was recently chipping at its weird stone portcullis. The trail of cart wheels and stone dust disappeared to the north. Go back to the start and make another choice. Okay, so we went to the old fort. Let's swim to the tree. Should we swim to the tree? If you have Part 3 of Remnant status, the ship's already gone. The Remnants. We don't have Part 3 of Remnants. Exploration. Otherwise, it wasn't easy ferrying settlers to the anchorage through the water crawling with Selkie. But among the encroaching weird... Oh, Selkie is this monster here, like this. This is the Selkie. So the waters are filled with Selkie, like this. This is the Selkie that they're talking about. Maybe we can use this for a thumb. Selkie. Just leave it here for now. It says, the water's crawling with Selkie, and among encroaching weirdness, many lives were lost. Now most of the people are safely aboard, with a few sailors spread thin among 24 ships. They offer you command of Pyredwin, the legendary flagship of Arthur. Once it brought eager conquerors to Avalon. Now it ferries broken remnants out of here to an uncertain fate. Should you join them? Okay. Gain Part 3 of the Remnants status. So we'll gain Part 3 of Remnants. Gain Part 3 of the Remnants status. And we can, and then each character gains 3 reputation and 3 experience. Okay. And all right, so we've gained some experience. And now our choices are return to the shore or sail with them. Requires all players. This will end your campaign. I don't want to sail with them yet. I think we want to do some more work. So we're not sailing off with them just yet. We will return to the shore. There are still things you want to do and places you want to see. Exploration ends. Okay, so our exploration ends. This is going to lead us to a dream phase. So let's go ahead and check on first Maggot. We can flip him and see if he gets to see. Actually, Maggot will get the nightmare. So first, Bayor has a dream. You are a pioneer observing your new land with conquest in your heart and eyes fixed on the future. With greatest figures of your age around you, no enemy or hardship seems impossible to overcome. Before you, a small part of an exposed shore emerges out of the weirdness. You will make your landing here. Each character has his dream gains 1 magic. So Bayor will gain 1 magic. But Maggot will have the nightmare instead. So for Maggot, we read, rotting timbers creak in the depths. Bodies litter the water. Many lashed to the great chains between ships by their feet in a deadly punishment, their fingers grasping toward the surface. A moray eel bolts from its hole, pursuing by some horrifying creature. Movement stirs below. More hidden creatures writhe in the darkness. Dozens, hundreds swarming as though through a beacon. Each character who has this nightmare gains 1 terror. So we'll give 1 terror to Maggot. Then we'll actually take a food each. And we can heal up our strength here and our power. Heal those up. And I think that's going to do it for the round. We will see you guys in round number 5. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.